Good afternoon and welcome to this exciting occasion. I'm Denise Jamison, and I serve as the University of Iowa Vice President for Medical Affairs and the Dean of the Carver College of Medicine. I would like to welcome the class of 2027 and our distinguished guests to this 29th annual White Coat Ceremony. I also want to welcome the families and friends of our first-year students who have joined us today. We are grateful to be celebrating this important milestone with all of you. Today's ceremony is a milestone for me as well. In fact, it's one of several milestone moments I've been experiencing this first week, this first part of August. That's because today is only my 9th work day in Iowa as the Vice President and Dean. I have to admit, thank you. Thank you. I have to admit it's been a bit of a whirlwind and a series of firsts. The first time in this new role with a new set of responsibilities and a new perspective. The first time fully appreciating the lovely University of Iowa campus and its impressive health sciences facilities. The first time getting to know some of the faculty, staff, and students and colleagues I'll be working with. And today, the first time hosting this auspicious event. When I began as a first-year medical student many years ago, I remember being a little bit nervous, but also very excited about the opportunities and the experiences that lay ahead. And I hope you feel the same sense of excitement I do about the beginning of this new chapter. So as we set off on our respective new adventures, there'll be challenges, of course, but there'll also be great opportunities. And I believe you will find, as I have throughout my career, that the lessons and rewards of a medical education will resonate throughout your lifetime. I am truly honored and thrilled to be here at University of Iowa and to be part of this great academic health system, and I look forward to getting to know you. There's one thing I've learned in the short amount of time since arriving in Iowa City. It's something that you all feel, or hopefully you will feel if you haven't already, and that is, it's great to be a Hawkeye. So let's get started. I'd like to recognize the college's assistant and associate deans, department chairs, directors, and faculty members who are here with us today. Thank you for our strong support of our students. I'd also like to acknowledge a group of fourth-year students from the class of 2024 who were recently chosen to be members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. The Society is a national organization that celebrates students who excel in the humanistic aspects of medicine. Classmates, faculty, and staff chose these students as caring, compassionate, trustworthy, and dedicated, and I know they'll be great role models over the coming year. Will the members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society please stand? Let's give a round of applause to these outstanding individuals. The White Coat Ceremony is a fitting culmination of the Carver College Medicine's Orientation Week activities. We hope it will be a special and memorable occasion for our incoming students. Please join me in another round of applause to welcome our new class of first-year medical students. I would now like to take this opportunity to recognize esteemed colleagues who've joined us today. First, I'd like to introduce the University of Iowa Executive Vice President and Provost, Kevin Kraegel. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Next, we have Dr. Patricia Winokur, Executive Dean and Senior Associate Dean for Clinical and Translational Science in the Carver College of Medicine. Dr. Winokur is also a professor in the Department of Internal Medicine and its Division of Infectious Diseases. Next to Dr. Winokur is Dr. Chris Cooper, Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education in the Carver College of Medicine and Professor in the Department of Urology. Today's keynote speaker is next, Dr. Bridget Ray, who is a Clinical Associate Professor in the Department of Family Medicine. And finally, to my far right, Dr. Jessica Reed, President of the Iowa Medical Society, the statewide professional association for Iowa's physicians. It is now my distinct pleasure to formally introduce the University of Iowa Provost, Kevin Kraegel. Dr. Kraegel was appointed Executive Vice President and Provost in February of 2021 after serving as Interim Executive Vice President and Provost since July 2020. Prior to that, he served as Executive Vice Provost and Senior Associate Provost for Faculty and an Associate Provost for Faculty beginning in September 2014. Dr. Kraegel was also the Departmental Executive Officer in the Department of Health and Human Physiology prior to his appointment as Associate Provost. Dr. Kraegel earned a bachelor's degree and doctorate in physiology and biophysics from the University of Iowa and completed an NIH postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Arizona. He joined the faculty in 1993 and currently holds the rank of professor. His activities at the University of Iowa have included service on numerous collegiate and university committees, along with participation on steering committees for 2 campus-wide cluster hire initiatives. His externally funded research laboratory at Iowa has focused on physiologic adjustments to exercise, aging, and environmental challenges. Dr. Kraegel has also been active in leadership positions at the national level, including service as the chair of committees addressing science policy issues for the American Physiological Society and the Federation of American Societies of Experimental Biology, where he currently serves as president. We are delighted that he has joined us this afternoon, so please give him a warm welcome.
Sorry to bore you all with that. Thank you, Dr. Jameson, and I just want to welcome you to the University of Iowa. We are all thrilled to have you in this new role, this important role of leadership within both the College of Medicine, UIHC, and the entire university. So looking forward to great things. And I want to apologize. I will be speaking to all of you. I will have my back to you this whole time, so a little awkward, but appreciate my comments are to you. And first, I want to welcome everyone to the University of Iowa, colleagues, family, friends, members of the college, Carver College of Medicine class of 2027. We're really thrilled to have you on campus and have you in this beautiful facility. You may have noticed, if you're out and about, it is close to the start of a new academic year. It's an exciting time for us. It's a campus that's starting to come alive with students like you, students who are eager to begin the next chapter of their academic and professional lives. We're proud of all of our students, happy to welcome them, look forward to the energy and ideas each of them will contribute to our academic community. However, this white coat ceremony recognizes that for you, as new medical students and future physicians, the journey you're embarking on comes with a special charge. As your faculty mentors welcome you into healthcare practice, they'll place on your shoulders a responsibility that includes the commitment to practice humanism in medicine. Your faculty will expect you to meet rigorous academic standards and to practice scientific and academic excellence. They'll also ask you to exercise compassion, empathy, and respect for patients who will place their trust in you. And today's ceremony celebrates your willingness to take on that responsibility. In addition, the exercise of compassion, empathy, and respect also describes how I hope you will treat yourself as you face the inevitable ups and downs of the challenges that you've chosen. You can't give your best to others if you're not safeguarding your own mental and physical health, and so please remember to take care of yourself. And don't forget that a big part of taking care of yourself is nurturing the special bonds in your personal life. Today is a good day to say thank you to your parents, grandparents, spouses, partners, children, and friends who have supported you through all the hard work that got you here to this point, certainly, and also who will continue to cheer you on through all that lies ahead. I join my colleagues in hoping that as you don your white coat today, you'll embrace its symbolism, and it will always remind you of the bond of humanity that connects you to those you serve and to those you lift up. Doctors-to-be, I congratulate you for the commitment you're making, and also let me congratulate you for choosing one of the best colleges of medicine in the country. Not only is Carver College of Medicine known for exceptionally high standards of excellence and one of the finest faculty in the nation, it's also characterized by a strong spirit of collaboration among faculty and students. During your time here, I'm confident that you will make a difference in the lives of your peers as well as your patients. You'll also have access to the extraordinary resources of a comprehensive major university, including wonderful arts, cultural opportunities that will enrich your life and your education. Hampshire's a perfect example of the opportunities you have. I encourage you to take advantage of these wonderful opportunities you will find here at the University of Iowa. And remember, a little balance in your life is good. And finally, this is a place where we will challenge you because we believe in you, where we will commit to supporting you as you work to achieve your goals. And we'll make sure you have the resources and support you need to reach your potential. And by the way, I will have the privilege of giving a few lectures in the MOHD course. I get to do that every fall, and I will hopefully be seeing you again in November, at least those of you who show up for the lectures in person. So on behalf of the entire university committee, congratulations, welcome, and I wish you all the very best.
Good afternoon. Oh, we worked on this morning. Let's get the whole group. Good afternoon. Thank you. Students, Provost Craig will just let you know that you are in one of the best medical colleges. You're actually in the best medical college, but he was being nice and inclusive of some others. And so it's my pleasure to be here today, and I too appreciate all the faculty, the staff, the students, the friends and family members who are here to share in this very special occasion. As Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education, it's my job to help oversee the selection process for the students who attend the Carver College of Medicine, and I'm pleased to note that the class of 2027 is truly an exceptional group. As a graduate of this college, I speak from firsthand experience when I tell you this really is a great medical school. It's much better now than it was when I was here. And no, it's true, and I could tell you, you have it so good. I think as I talked with parents and friends and family members this morning, we offer so many exceptional opportunities, and I hope you all take advantage of those, both inside and outside of the classroom. One of the truly great things about Iowa is its people, and you'll find that the Carver College of Medicine faculty and staff really care about your experience here and will be there for you throughout your medical education. There's also an unparalleled spirit of collaboration among students as well as faculty that make for an outstanding learning environment. I know that as the college's newest students, you will strengthen and carry on that tradition here and wherever you go. Now it's my privilege to introduce the keynote speaker for the 2023 White Coat Ceremony, Dr. Bridget Ray, Clinical Associate Professor in the Carver College of Medicine, Department of Family Medicine. I actually remember Dr. Ray when she was a medical student, and I was just a young dean with hair down to my shoulders, about like yours. You remember that, right, Bridget? Yeah, okay. As a family medicine physician and primary care provider, Dr. Ray's clinical expertise includes counseling and health promotion, women's health, and chronic disease management. She also serves as the program director for the Department of Family Medicine's residency training program. Dr. Ray leads a team of faculty who are committed to developing and disseminating new knowledge and innovative teaching models in the clinic and at bedside. Dr. Ray earned a bachelor's degree in biology from Augustana College in Illinois. She received her medical degree and subsequently got a master's in medical education degree from the Carver College of Medicine. She then completed family medicine residency training at the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, which includes serving as a chief resident in its program. She's active in the Society of Teachers of Family Medicine and the Association of Family Medicine Residency Directors. In 2022, Dr. Ray was recognized with a Patient's Choice Award from the University of Iowa Healthcare for her outstanding noted patient's experience. She also she has also published numerous publications and educational resources that focus on family medicine and women's health. I'm so pleased she's here today, and it really is an honor to have her deliver this year's keynote address. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Bridget Ray.
Thank you and good afternoon. I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome and congratulate the class of 2027 on becoming a part of the family of the University of Iowa Carver College of Medicine. As a family physician who is invested in the care of family and the impact family has on an individual, I also want to take this moment for the class of 2027 to please stand and recognize all of your families, friends, and guests who supported you in getting to this momentous occasion, the start of your career as a physician. That's kind of fun to do. It is a huge honor for me to be up here today as part of the 29th annual White Coat Ceremony. Life is a series of inflection points that help to shape each of our life's paths. Today, the ceremonial donning of your white coat is one of those inflection points in your life. As I was preparing for today's keynote address, I engaged in much reflection and a whirlwind of emotions. I first went through the emotion of disbelief and excitement when I was asked by Dr. Cooper to provide this keynote several months ago. I started to reflect on the journey I have had in medicine. I recalled my own white coat ceremony, which took place at the former Hanter Auditorium, which is in close proximity to where we are all gathering today. I recall the feeling of the white coat being placed on my shoulders and the weight of responsibility and privilege I was receiving by embarking on the path of medicine. I still have the short white coat, and it still fits. I was followed very similarly by what you are all going to experience today. Shaking hands with the deans as I walked across the stage and saying the Hippocratic Oath for the very first time. The year may have changed, but the importance and the symbolism of this acceptance of responsibility remains the same. Today, you have made a selfless choice to enter the most honorable profession of medicine. My emotions quickly changed to humility mixed with a little bit of imposter syndrome as I saw the company I was joining by providing this address. Many were names I've seen attached to our well-known lecture halls or clinics, such as Dr. Kelch or Dr. Clifton. Some were individuals who had taught me and had made a huge impact within the field of medicine and within my own career. These were individuals such as Dr. Harold Adams, who taught me neurology and chaired the NIH stroke guidelines we still use for emergent treatment of strokes. Or Dr. Paul James, who is a leader in family medicine, served as my former department chair, and hired me as a faculty member. Why the heck did Dr. Cooper ask me to provide this keynote today, and what could I merely offer to all of you? This emotion quickly changed to awe and gratitude for the opportunity to partake in the start of your career in medicine. How cool is it that the start of my career, and it's still going, that I get to be a part of the launch of yours? These emotions I am describing are the emotions I imagine you are all going through. Today, you are filled with excitement and elation as you receive the symbol of becoming a physician, your very first white coat. For those of you who are Harry Potter fans, I want you to think about this as your cloak of visibility and not of invisibility. You will now be looked to by others as a doctor and the source of medical advice, even as a first-year medical student. You've worked hard to get to this point. You have studied, volunteered, and researched for thousands of hours. You have taken hundreds of tests. For some of you, the road to this point has been a straight path from childhood dream to medical school. For others, this has been more of a circuitous path with stop-offs at other careers in between. And for some of you, this has been a rocky path with boulders in the road you had to circumnavigate. No matter what path you took to get to this point, I can assure each and every one of you that you are ready for this next step. Within the next few weeks, you're going to have your first test, and the emotion of sheer terror and imposter syndrome will kick in. Again, you are meant to be here. You have the skills, knowledge, and attributes to be in this noble profession of medicine. You are embarking on the greatest journey of them all, the dedication of your life's work to the care of others. Now, I'd like to transition to provide you with my pearls of wisdom to be the best physician you can be. As a student of the University of Iowa Carver College of Medicine, you will receive an excellent world-class education. Many refer to this as the science of medicine. I am going to focus on the art of medicine. I want you to remember the acronym IOWA. I stands for inquisitive. Ask questions of your colleagues, teachers, patients, and yourself. Ask your patients what is going on in their lives. Ask how you can best care for them and what the goals are for their own care. Often these questions can reveal contextual clues, such as what support systems are in place or cultural beliefs that can help facilitate better care. Similarly, don't be afraid to ask yourself how you are doing and recognize when you may be getting burned out. What do you need to fill up your own cup? Don't be afraid to ask your colleagues and teachers for help or inquire how they may handle a patient's care. Don't feel the need to boast or portray yourself as the smartest in the room. Often the smartest physician in the room is the one who is most inquisitive and patient. O is for thy own self be true. Medicine is not cookie cutter. There is rarely ever one right answer or textbook presentation. This will frustrate you earlier in your medical career. I'm here to tell you that there is beauty in the gray of medicine and that is where medicine is the most fun. Study and read voraciously. Observe all you can during this time in your training and make the decision of what type of physician you would like to become and not the physician others think you should be. When it comes time in the next couple of years to choose a specialty, choose the specialty that brings you the most joy and challenges you. Don't choose a specialty due to stature, perceived work effort, or future monetary earnings. Those medical student loans will get paid off eventually and will be well worth it no matter what specialty you pursue. One of the hardest lessons you will learn is that medicine is also a business. At times you'll feel like you are on a treadmill that keeps going faster and doesn't want to stop. Don't be afraid to push back a little and do the right thing to advocate for your patients and yourself. You won't always run on time, and you won't always be able to address all of your patients' concerns. However, the true testament of a great physician is one who treats their very first patient the same as their last. Show up, be present, take the time you need, and care for your patient the same way you would want one of your loved ones or yourself to be cared for. W is to remember to work hard. My grandfather had this quote hanging above his desk during my childhood. The harder you work, the luckier you will get. Work-life balance has been more of a phrase in the past several years. I am here to tell you that you will rarely be balanced, but you can get the right mix to be successful. I recall a mentor telling me early in my career that medicine is a series of juggling balls in the air. Some will be glass and others will be rubber. Do your due diligence to keep the glass balls, such as family, faith, your own health, whatever these may be, in the air and not to drop them. Others will be rubber and will bounce. It is okay not to get 100% and to get that 96. Everybody in this room is smart, really smart. Not everyone can now be number one. You may not get perfects on your assignments or tests. That is okay, because the real test is how you show up when your patients need you the most. Through the years, you may miss events or holidays. For the family and friends in the room, hold your loved one accountable, but also don't give them a hard time for this. They'll feel guilty enough as it is. My spouse is also a physician who understands this commitment, and we still have to check one another on this. Do your best to prioritize, but don't be too hard on yourself. Work hard to be the best version of yourself. Work hard to be humble. Medicine is more of a marathon rather than a sprint. The days aren't always going to be easy. They may be long. There will be good days and bad days, but the harder you work to be the best you can be, you will be the luckiest and richest person in the room. Now finally, A stands for attentive. Listen and be present with your patients. You'll be a part of many of the biggest inflection points in your patients' or their families' lives. You'll be there for the real birthdays as you deliver and welcome babies into the world. You'll be there for the closure of one's life and the comforting of their families. You'll be there for the celebration of life, as well as be the deliverer of the worst news of a patient's life. One of the most impactful days of my own career consisted of delivering a baby, followed by holding the hand of an elderly woman as she was dying and crying at the bedside with her and her family as we transitioned to comfort cares. It is a huge honor to be a doctor, and even more of an honor to be someone's doctor. Remember, the white cloak you don today is the cloak of visibility, is the cape of a real hero. Don't take this responsibility lightly or take advantage of this. In closing, congratulations on choosing the best profession. Reflect on all the emotions you are feeling today and each day as you embark on this journey of medicine. Lean on one another for support during this trek, and always remember Iowa. Be inquisitive, to thy own self be true, work hard, and be attentive. We are proud you are now a part of our family. Congratulations and welcome.
Dr. Ray, thank you so much. That was terrific for the students. There was a lot of wisdom in there. I would recommend replaying it periodically. We record it seriously as you go through the next 3 or 4 years. There's a lot of pearls of wisdom hidden in there, so thank you so much. And to commemorate this, I want to give you, or we want to give you, a clock engraved with your name on it. And I'm praying to God it's under here somewhere. So, good. So, otherwise, it was going to be, a roll of tape. So, thank you, Bridget. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now let's turn our attention to the white coat, a powerful symbol to both the medical profession and society at large. The way physicians dress has been an important part of medical practice since ancient times. In fact, Hippocrates advised doctors on how they should dress, saying, quote, "The healer's uniform should imply a professional interest and interaction. It must convey to even the most anxious patient or physician a seriousness of purpose that helps provide reassurance and confidence that medical concerns will be dealt with competently and conscientiously," end quote. Students, the white coat symbolizes your transformation to becoming a physician. As Dr. Ray noted, it is a cloak of visibility. It is a cloak of compassion and dedication toward your fellow human beings. May it also serve as a reminder of your commitment to your education and to your chosen profession. Today, we will introduce the students by membership in their learning community. The Carver College of Medicine learning communities are designed to allow students to support one another and provide more opportunities for leadership and service, learning activities that occur across all 4 years of medical school. The communities also help strengthen relationships between students and faculty, collegiate staff, and individuals in our local community. Each medical student has been randomly assigned to one of 4 learning communities, except the 2 of you who said you can't get along with each other. So you're going to be assigned to my office. So I made that up. The faculty directors of each community will now introduce their students for the presentations of the white coats. We will begin with Dr. Michael Hogsdahl and Paul Van Hoeklem, who will represent the Bean Learning community. As they read the names, Executive Dean Winokur and I will bestow the white coats, and Dean Jameson, Provost Kriegel, and Dr. Zug, don't let me mess it up, Jessica, Zugga Reed? Zugga? Well, tell me what it is. Zuzga. I'll have it down by graduation. That's what I usually tell the students. Dr. Zuzga Reed and Ray will offer their congratulations. Dr. Hogsdahl and Van Hoeklam. You guys and your names.
Thank you, Dean Cooper. It is our privilege to represent the Bean Learning community today. The Bean Learning community name pays tribute to a prominent physician whose legacy is still very evident at the Carver College of Medicine. Dr. William Bean served as the Carver College of Medicine chairman of the Department of Internal Medicine from 1948 to 1971. During that time, building a great academic enterprise that encouraged excellence in patient care, teaching, and research. He was known for boundless curiosity and a genuine love of learning. His leadership style encouraged, even inspired young faculty to, quote, greater heights of achievement than most dared to dream they would attain, end quote. And now it is our pleasure to introduce the new members of the Bean Learning community as they receive their white coats. Dr. Oswald. Yep.
Stein Acker. Aditya Alore. Andrew Behrens. Madeline Block. Zachary Case. Kip Cullinan. John DeVellard. Matthew DeYoung. Gabriel Ewert. Bailey Garnica. Rachel Gorelick. Ryan Grangenet. Caitlin Grimes. Tina K. Hassman. Peyton Hellman. Amy Huang. Madeline Conktawarn Jenish. Abby Jones. Fallon Jung. Joshua Kettlecamp. Jackson Comp. Amanda Litka. Isaac Lynch. Keenan Najdawahi. Jacqueline Nielsen. Karen O'Brien. Jennifer Ong. Stephen Osborne. Alexander Peebles. Mary Powers. Willow Shans. Williams Grignoli. Aditya Somasetti. Johanna Thieler. Lynn Tran. Isabella Train. Veena Venkatesh. Nathaniel Weeding. And Cameron Williams. Bean students, you can be seated. And I'll introduce Katie Iverson and Ben Ranking from the Boulware community.
The Boulware Learning Community pays tribute to Dr. Lois Boulware. Dr. Boulware was a first-generation college student who worked her way through college during the Great Depression and was one of only 6 women in a graduating class of 101. During her career, she served for most of her career as Assistant Director of Student Health. She's best remembered, however, for her strong sense of patient advocacy and started the first patient advocacy program in the nation right here at the University of Iowa. Other changes that resulted from Dr. Boulware's efforts included introducing interpreters for non-English speaking patients, developing what is now the UIHC Volunteer Services Program, and creating a place for family members to wait while their loved ones underwent surgery. The Lois Boulware Day of Surgery Lounge is still in service today. Dr. Boulware was smart, compassionate, humble, and dedicated to her patients. These are all traits we hope to instill in our Boulware community members.
It is with utmost excitement and extreme pleasure that I introduce to you the Boulware new students of the Carver College of Medicine, starting with Jonathan Altman. Kyle Armour. Colleen Blazer. Jared Butner. Mary Crompton. Will Daniels. Nina Deshpande. Kale Dobson. Nolan Ford. Alexandra Golden. Sebastian Gomez. Grace Haugstead. Holly Heeman. Clara Hess. Malia Ingersoll. Abir Iqbal. Rachel Johnson. Javon Conneru. Aditya Kotla. Christopher Langland. Spencer Larson. Haley Losh. Elisha Munson. Cecilia Myers. Sarah Nakis. Srinath Nandakumar. Alexandria Nig. Danielle Pellick. Spencer Pham. Eunice Ruabi. Blue Schultz. Sarah Turnus. Laura Ulibarri. Maria Varda Petyan. Wilson. Cole Zahn. Michael Zhu. I'd like to introduce Drs. DeKeter and Swanson, who will introduce the Phlox Learning Community.
While feeling the comfort of a community of support and camaraderie. And now I will turn things over to introduce our learning community members, Dr. Dave Swanson.
I'm honored to welcome the newest Phlox Learning students, starting with Peyton Boulder.
Cody Dvorak. Chase Fifield. Logan Flom. Erica Fossey. Matthew Gao. Joseph Hireman. Max Holt. Ellie Holtrop. Michael Hebner. Jessica Inman. Christopher Jun. Joseph Kari Papa Rumble. Joyce Kim. Tara Courtlever. Mallory Lefevre. Laura Loringer. Skylar McCauley. Steele McCulley. Matthew Moon. John Muckler. Henry Wynn. Elizabeth Park. Alexis Peterson. Samuel Reyes. Annie Simplot. Tori Sloan. Edward Tannenbaum. Tuan Trong. Joel Vandeloon. Radha Vela Murray. Catherine Whitrock. I'm excited to introduce for the McCowan Learning Communities, Dr. Charles Rappaport and Dr. Catherine Harris.
The McCowan Learning Community is named after Dr. Jenny McCowan. Dr. McCowan was among the first women to enroll in and graduate from the University of Iowa Medical Department, as was known in the 1870s. She attended medical school at a time when many medical schools did not accept women, and she received her MD in 1876. She was a widely respected and active leader in state and national professional organizations and was a founder of the Iowa State Society of Medical Women. In addition, she promoted numerous projects supporting women, children, and institutionalized persons. The McCowan community continues this commitment to community service with their support of the mission of the Domestic Violence Intervention Program, among other projects.
Caitlin Beals. Jane Berg. Kyle Biscaglia. David Chang. Ethan Chen. Jason Chen. Quentin Christensen. Gage Christensen. Samantha Corman. Paul Cover. Sandeep Singh Dhingra. Lauren Fergus. Letitia Francisco. Jason Gao. Anna Garby. Mary Therese Gehrman. Lydia Gua. Kendall Hayfley. Summon Hayter. Cassidy Hart. Jared Hill. Jordan Hook. John Howell. Jason Hurstopoulos. Raghuram Inturi. Gizzy Keeler. Sean Kim. Tut Miet Lin. Scott Lorimer. Zachary Lynch. Delaney McDowell. Claire Orth. Janvi Sant. Leela Sathyaputri. Max Sherwood. Rachel Valenti. Adam Vasky. Brian Young.
All right, let's give them one more big round of applause. And now for the critical part of this ceremony. There's perhaps no greater social duty than one a physician accepts. Physicians hold a unique knowledge that requires years of patient study and a constant desire for continued education. Members of the class of 2027, when you decide to become a physician, you make a promise to practice the art and science of medicine faithfully and truthfully. You have agreed to accept the duty of helping your fellow human beings. This is not a promise to be taken lightly. Whether we make a difference one patient at a time or through research and discovery that will help many people, we must always remember that promise. The Hippocratic Oath, named for Hippocrates, the ancient Greek physician and father of modern medicine, was created to emphasize the promise that you have made. Our college has been celebrating this oath since our first white coat ceremony in 1995. To our students, I urge you to think about the true meaning of this oath as you join me in making this pledge. Students, please now stand and join me in reciting the Hippocratic Oath. I do solemnly swear by that which I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to all, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick to the utmost of my power, I, holding myself aloof from wrong, from corruption, and from the temptation of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients, and will give no drug, perform no operation for a criminal purpose, even if solicited, and far less suggest such a thing. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of others, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things I do promise, and in proportion as I am faithful to this, my oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine, the opposite if I shall be forsworn. Students, please be seated. Thank you so much for your participation in our ceremony today. This concludes our ceremony, and we are going to recess. So thank you very much.